Before we head over to take care of the business with Komali, there's a little mini game that you can do here on this island that I'm going to take care of right now. It's right up this slope here. Last time I played this game, didn't do so well. Took me forever to actually complete it. It's not that it's hard, it's just that I must have had an off day or something on this day. Let's hope it's going to be better today. This is sort of a letter... Actually, it is a letter sorting minigame where you just have to throw each letter on the corresponding shelf depending on which symbol is on the envelope. So what you have to do, you have to throw as many as possible in the right shelf in 30 seconds. So, I'm not going to commentate for that because I'm going to need maximum focus for this. So, here we go! 26 on my very first try. Too bad this was all for nothing because I only needed to sort 10 of them. So, 1 rupee for every 2 letters. Doesn't matter, my wallet is full. So, next part of the minigame, I'm going to need to do 20. It's not so hard, it's really the 25. That's a bit trickier, but nonetheless, I'm going to be focusing once again. So, no commentary for this either. Yeah, 2 26s in a row. So next one will be the toughest. I'm going to need to do 25 this time. And by the way, the sound is glitched for this minigame, so I'm probably going to cover it up with some music once this is all said and done. So here we go, 25. Will I choke at the worst moment, or will I succeed once again? Wow, this is Hello, random Rito blocking the camera. Wow, but seriously, 3 26s in a row. But I'm warning you, this minigame just isn't quite over yet. 78 rupees that I can't carry. This is sort of annoying, actually. But anyway, as I said, this isn't over. I'm going to have to do the legendary 25-letter sort once again in just a moment. And, yeah, what he's talking about is that there's a new part-timer who's just arrived, so all I have to do to make him appear is to just get out and get back in, like in so many things in games these days. And once we get back in, the Rito is gone. Instead is this part-timer whose name is Baito, by the way. B-A-I-T-O, not just B-I-T-O. So, yes, I am Link. You know what? I wonder what happens when I say no. I don't know, maybe I should have given it a try. Anyway, he wants to see the legendary 25-letter sort, so here we go! 8 letters! That's a personal record, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think I've ever done that before. So, yeah, seems like I'm really often in tip-top shape when making these LP videos, as opposed to so many other LPers who suck horribly whenever they turn whatever recording device they use on, but that's not the case for me, apparently, because 28! God freaking damn it! Anyway, and now we're supposed to head down and put that letter he just gave us in a post box. And the flavor text said, "It's so sad you could almost cry." Why? Are we supposed to know what's written in there or something? I don't want to know. There are so many creepy characters in this game already. I don't want to be forced to consider Link one of them. So, you put that in the mailbox. There is a mailbox at just about every major island in the game, and even in some minor ones. Postage costs 5 rupees, so yes, I really have no choice but to do that, because I'm going to be getting a piece of heart out of the deal later. So just in case you were wondering whether I did this for nothing or not, no, it's in order to get a piece of heart a little later in the game. Presumably once I get out of the upcoming dungeon. By the way, just so you know, the letter sorting minigame is a decent way to earn rupees, but there are better ways out there, which I'm going to get to as I progress into the game. Anyway, this is Medli, the Rito girl that the chieftain told me to go see about the ongoing saga with Prince Komali. She is Valu's attendant. She studied under Komali's grandmother, who was Valu's previous attendant. And anyway, she has a letter to give to me so that I can give it to Komali. So, just hold on a second. Instead of having a father-to-son chat with Komali, the chieftain doesn't do that, and instead he writes a letter for him. But instead of giving him the letter directly, he gives it to Medli, who then gives it to me so that I can give it to Komali! What kind of sense does that make? This guy's the worst father ever! I'm gonna say this, he and the mother character from Pokemon Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald should definitely hook up. They would be the perfect child neglection couple. But enough of that already. Medli has another request for me, and she wants me to head to the entrance of Dragon Roost Cavern later once I'm done with Komali. So yeah, that is something we're going to need to do. But first, let's head down to see Komali, whose room is all the way down there in the most secluded area possible in this island. I guess it's sort of fitting, though, as he's supposed to be all mopey and sad and stuff. So, yeah, this is Komali, and this is also Din's Pearl, which is what the King of Red Lions asked me to retrieve. Who are you supposed to be? So, let's pull out the letter, give it to him, and we are going to get a taste of just how depressed and bitchy he is. Well, he read that rather quick, didn't he? Oh, I guess it would be sort of boring if it were realistic. You just wait 2 minutes for him to be done reading. But yeah, apparently he went to get a scale from Valu, and he was so pissed off that, well, the poor kid was traumatized, and who couldn't blame him? A huge fire dragon like that, when he's pissed, you don't want to be anywhere near him. But yeah, apparently I just said I could calm Valu down, even though, you know, I'm a mute character. But as I said, I'm a playable character in a Zelda game, so it's my job to take care of every single thing every single person in the world has to do. And if you talk to him once again after that, he's going to start talking about Din's Pearl, which he's pretty much addicted to. And yeah, his grandmother gave it to him. His grandmother, as you'll recall, was Valu's previous attendant. She was the only person on the island who could understand Valu's language. So basically, on top of being an angry dragon, no one can communicate with him to begin with. And yeah, he's pretty pessimistic about the chances of the Ritos to try and calm Valu down. Sorry. So, yeah, now we're going to get a hint that if we want Din's Pearl, we're going to have to do something about Valoo. So, there's really nothing we can do about that for now, and no, beating him to death and stealing the pearl isn't an option. Instead, we're going to progress the story further with a hint that Medli gave us. We're going to head over to the entrance to Dragon Roost Cavern, where apparently she's got something important to tell me. She promised she would explain everything to me, and she is all the way down there, so let's just head over there. And basically what she's going to ask me to do is to get her into the Dragon Roost Cavern, which is unfortunately blocked off right now because, as she's saying, there used to be a spring there, but in Valoo's wrath, he plugged the spring with a boulder, and so it's not spewing out water anymore. So the entrance is blocked. It's way high up on that wall over there, so we're going to have to help her up there. And since she's a female in a Zelda game, she's going to go on a guilt trip because, oh, it's her fault Prince Komali's so bitchy all the time. Because, you know, as she's saying, Komali's grandmother, the previous attendant, was so good and great and amazing that basically no one can compare to her, especially not an apprentice like Medli. So enough about that guilt trip. She's going to ask me to get her up to the entrance of the cavern, as I said earlier. As you may have noticed, the wind is blowing rather violently in random directions, as you can see with the particles that are floating in the air. Now you're supposed to wait until the wind blows in the right direction, then throw her up there. But since we have the Wind's Requiem, which we're technically not supposed to have quite yet, this is going to make things a lot easier, because once you play the Wind's Requiem, the wind is going to start blowing in the same direction, so it's going to be a lot easier without having to wait until the wind is in the proper direction. So, which direction do I need? I think it's northwest. Am I right? They should have checked beforehand. Nope, not quite. At least this gives me a perfect excuse to show you this! I don't ever get bored of that. But seriously, now I guess I should change the wind direction to north. I don't know why I tried northwest. I really should have checked it beforehand to make sure that it was northwest and not north, but anyway, I can still just play it once again, no harm done. It's just that I'm going to be playing that song so much in this game, it's going to get sort of tedious at one point. Anyway, what do you want to do? You want to head up this rock, then throw her towards the entrance, and she's going to make it automatically. Sort of weird that we're dealing with a bird character who can barely fly, but anyway, this was the biggest obstacle to her, apparently, which is completely wrong, as we'll see a bit later. But for now, I'm going to get a little reward for doing Medli that little favor. If anything happens to me, please look after Prince Komali. Seriously? She's going to tell me to do that? I have other bigger fish to fry, like beating an overweight Dark Lord of Evil. Anyway, my reward! An empty bottle, the first one in the game, which can be used to carry all sorts of stuff, from potions, to fairies, to water, to random stuff like that. Now, if we want to be able to get up there, because we're going to have to get up there and do that dungeon on our own, we're going to need that empty bottle. It's no coincidence that she gave it to me just then. So what do you want to do? You want to put some water in that bottle, and we're running out of time, so I don't think I'm going to be able to do what I'm supposed to do with that water bottle in this video. So instead, I'm going to keep it for next time. So join me then when I get started on Dragon Roost Cavern.